left I could not bear. Please don't share. Do you love me? Please let me know. Don't hide the feeling, just let it show. A feeling so deep that it comes within. What kind of love am I in? I can tell you how I feel about you night and day. I can tell you how I feel about you night and day. If you and I would walk, just take my hand and you'll see. I can tell you how I feel about you night and day. I can tell you how I feel about you night and day. I can tell you how I feel about you night and day. I can tell you how I feel about you night and day.
So yeah. Welcome to the Questlove Soniquarium. What are we calling it? The what? No, Soulquarium. Oh. Yeah, Rodden says I should call it whatever I want. I could have sworn. Yeah, the Soniquarium. It's cool. Soulquarium, Soniquarium. Each night have a new title. This is basically the radio station of my dreams. So Soniquarium, where it's less about the mixing, doing sets. Some nights I'll do sets like I did last night. Some nights I'll do tribute nights where it's just focused on one person. Other nights, man, I just like it when it's just super random. So the top of the show, we listened to Michelle Ndegeocello. She's an album, Ventriloquism, where she does different interpretations of past hits. So we heard her cover of Ralph Tresvant from New Edition's Sensitivity and Albie Shore's Night and Day. Personally, I want her to do the entire Jammin' Lewis catalog. I think that would be awesome. So, whoops, sorry. We're now all the way professional here at up here in the kibbutz. But we got a fire. Say what's up, Riding. Riding on on artwork and fire. Anyway, this is the drum also waltzes. Where you reading a comment where what they say? All hell the firekeeper. Nah, man, that's your title. Riding the firekeeper. Actually, he's a really dope artist. I'm doing him a disservice and designer. Hopefully, like for us to really expand our ideas up here, it's going to take weeks at a time because we're not trying to work our drivers and our service people to death while they're outside on the front lines. So one of these days we're going to have an easel up here so that Ryan can also do artwork. It's kind of ill. What's your IG? Okay, Raiden. It's spelled Raiden like Mortal Kombat, but his mom gets on me about that. Raiden, Raiden, Wolf, WOLF, aka Black Jesus. He looks like Black Jesus. He is. All right, this is when you're a drummer, like when you're a piano player, the first thing you do is you learn for Elise. But when you're a drummer, you first learn Max Roach's "The Drum Also Waltzes." For you Led Zeppelin fans who have been collecting bootleg concerts of like their performances, especially with the song that remains the same movie, you'll notice this particular drum solo is the solo that John Bonham is doing. This is his go-to drum solo. I mean, I can't front, I do it as well. Max Roach has a really weird relationship with 3/4 meter. Like a lot of his work is in 3/4 meter, which is really unusual because most people choose 4/4. But this is an actual composition called "The Drum Also." Oh, not the song remains the same. Yeah, "The Drum Also Waltzes" by Max Roach. Okay, I got to teach a lesson. You got all you drummers out there, like they always had. This is my first unsolicited drum advice. Sometimes space is good. I think oftentimes when drummers are doing a solo, they're thinking in terms of like the highlight reel. Like one of the main disservices of like post VCR culture is the highlight reel. Like YouTube, the highlight reel. You want to see like LeBron's best dunks, Jordan's best plays, the highlight reel, but you never see the work that goes into getting to that highlight. But for drummers, sometimes it's cool to be dynamic, soft, and lyrical. Like this is not a look ma, no hands, like just going from 0 to 10,000. That's the one thing I want to tell drummers that they gotta do. Like, leave some space, be lyrical with it. Like when he does these songs, these are like, I'm gonna play it from the top so you'll hear what I'm talking about. But it's also important for drummers to know that space and silence is just as important than filling up the space. And that's with anything, Anywho, I'll start from the top. Drum Also Waltzes by Max Roach. That is not Max Roach. That's the Beatles. Max Rhodes. Somebody want to explain to AJ Willis what's happening? He's like, bro, what's happening? It's called music. I don't know if I can get no clearer than that. It's a mix-up. Whatever I feel at the moment. Natalie Cole, Annie Mae, Questlove, Soniquarium.
Growing up wasn't easy for Annie Mae. A little girl in a great big world, Annie Mae. No one knew she's catching hell. She was growing up much too fast. Does anybody know where is Annie Mae today? Well, where is Annie Mae? All you got to do is look into the faces of all the young girls on the avenue. Oh, well, in the night, hear her cry. Hurt and pain keeps coming again and again and again. Tripping and running, it's blowing her mind. Trying to decide if she'll make it this time. She was, oh yeah, she was much too fast. Somebody got to stop her. Oh, Annie, 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 Annie. Somebody got to stop her. Oh, Annie, 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 Annie. She's riding. She's riding, growing up too fast. She's riding, growing up too fast. She's riding, growing up too fast. She's riding, Annie Mae. Yeah. She's riding, where you going, she's riding,
So that's Natalie Cole, Annie Mae. I'm gonna explain this next song I'm about to play. Again, I'm on shuffle. So check it. Calypso music from Trinidad, the islands. You know, probably the most popular one that brought it forth is Harry Belafonte, activist, actor Harry Belafonte. However, most will say that the king of Calypso is none other than Lord Kitchener. And Lord Kitchener, all right, for those that want, for those not familiar with, I say that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like Calypso is the seed that would eventually give birth back in the 50s, early 60s, that would give birth to disco. Like the rhythm of it, is more like it has that feel into it. This song I'm playing is not exemplary of the disco rhythm of Calypso, but Lord Kitchener is hella hilarious with his lyrical content. So he's also like Prince is responsible for why we have the parental advisory sticker, because once Al Gore's daughters purchased the Purple Rain album and they got to Darling Nikki, Tipper Gore, his wife, was appalled. What are they singing? And so, 3 years later, they established the parental advisory sticker on records to let parents know what their kids are listening to. But yeah, this song, Lord Kitchener is hella sexist, and he's just not right. He's really not correct. He would get canceled, if this music came out in the 50s. But he's hella hilarious. So this is one of the least offensive. This is called Mariel and the Bug, about a bed bug that finds a very interesting home to lay in. This is Lord Kitchener.
What a scream Muriel made. Obviously, she was afraid. What was it? No one knows. But what you think? In Muriel clothes it was a bedbug that found himself into Muriel's treasure.
In quote, treasure.
That bug is really clever to find that area. How the bug found the place, no one can tell. It's hard to trace. Her money chest is always shut, but the little bug was right on spot. A bed bug that found himself into Muriel's treasure. That bug is really clever to find that area.
Yo, this is the least of his shocking songs. I'm playing another one for y'all. Yeah, Lord Kitchener, king of calypso, god of calypso.
This little bug, I understand, he has the sense of any man. He wait until she sung asleep into her chest. The villain creep, a bed bug that found himself into Muriel's treasure.
We're sending this bug to HR.
That bug is really clever to find that area. Muriel said, I can't believe this little bug have me deceived. Men have tried secretly, but never touched my treasury. A bed bug that found himself into Muriel's treasure. That bug is really clever to find that area.
Okay. No, I mean, Harry Belafonte is the king of calypso, but it's Lord Kitchener that invented calypso. Yeah, the rule of music is usually the person that comes after the person who innovates something new. Usually, the second person gets the glory of, what it is, and especially in music, like whoever plants the flag first. Like, I mean, some people have succeeded, some people not, but then it's usually the person that comes after that person. You correct the mistakes that they made, you improve on it, and then you get the glory. So usually in music, it's almost, exactly. MySpace to Facebook, exactly. So it's whoever comes down the pike second gets the glory. All right, this joint is called My Wife's 90. My Wife's 90. This is about, well, according to Lord Kitchener, he was doing his wife's best friend a favor by, see, there's a bad book. It's freaking, you see this? I wish I would. Speaking of bed bugs, they're all over my turntables. No, this had 19 said 19 legs on it. I think this song, this bug heard its theme anthem. Anywho, Lord Kitchener was trying to hook up, he's trying to be a good, concerned citizen for his wife's best friend and give her a place to lay her head. And she stole his wife's negligee. And we don't know well, just listen. All right, so this is closer to the disco rhythm. This is slower. This is slower, but this is, prototypical dance music for calypso in the 50s and 60s.
She came for one night with Kitchener. She seems of a decent character. But when I woke up in the morning, my white pretty nightie was missing.
Come back with me, white nightie.
Cynthia, you know it's dishonesty.
Come back with me, white nightie.
I am going to charge you for larceny.
Larceny.
She said she was cold and feeling sick. I thought I should be sympathetic. I took the responsibility to lend her my wife pretty nightie.
Come back with me, white nightie.
Darling, you taking a liberty.
Come back with me, white nightie.
I am going to charge you for larceny.
No disrespect to Mighty Sparrow. Yes, he is the king of calypso. Belafonte made it popular.
We had a few glasses of whiskey and went to bed feeling merrily. But when I got up from the romance, looking for the girl, no appearance.
Come back with me, white nightie.
Cynthia, you taking a liberty.
Come back with me, white nightie.
I am going to charge you for larceny. She said she came over to study. Her father is a major in the army. I naturally had no suspicion when I heard the lady's position.
Come back with me, white nightie.
I am going to charge you for larceny.
Come back with me, white nightie.
Cynthia, you taking a liberty. My wife is now in the continent, expect to be back any moment. And what will be my explanation in facing this rough situation?
Come back with me, white nightie.
Cynthia, you taking a liberty.
Come back with me, white nightie.
I am going to charge you for larceny.
That was Lord Kitchener. Come back with me, wife's 90. Katrina, or I will charge you with larceny. Yes, okay. I'm trying not to rebel rouse people. People are like, okay, Belafonte never truly gave calypso artists the credit. He made it popular. I'll say that much. But yeah, not to take from, Mighty Sparrow or anything. But anywho. Yasmin Lacey, 90 Degrees. I love Yasmin Lacey.
Waiting for 7:03 to come my jammer for some me. When the sun dips 90 degrees, I roll up my little bass. And though I've got a bit of face, physical world is draining me. Come catch some holiday.
Marina, what's up?
This will
Quibby Queen.
This will be my remedy. And now it's 2:08.
Money Grip, what's up?
The sleep is getting late. So much to do, I wanna regulate. This is my time to get straight. Give thanks for the game.
Mom, what's up?
Mellow out, remain sane. Come catch some solidarity. This will be my remedy. This will be my remedy. This will be my remedy. Got a bit of peace. This will be my remedy. I'd breathe before
Yeah, I'm gonna dedicate this whole set
No money in my pocket.
to Swingers,
I got the love
my only hangout spot in LA
in my pocket.
for like my entire career.
Got the love
Best jukebox ever.
in my pocket.
That's why I'm doing this, because I'm gonna be the human version of what a Swingers jukebox sounds like.
No money in my pocket. I got the love.
Shout out to all the restaurants and businesses hanging on during this time period. All the drivers and workers on the front line. That's 90 Degrees by Yasmin Lacey.
I was born in the Congo. I walked to the Fertile Crescent and built the Sphinx. I designed a pyramid so tough that a star that only glows every 100 years falls into the center, giving divine, perfect light. I am bad. I sat on the throne drinking nectar with Allah. I got hot and sent an ice age to Europe to cool my thirst. My oldest daughter is Nefertiti. The tears from my birth pains created the Nile. I am a beautiful woman. I gazed on the forest and burned out the Sahara Desert. With a packet of goat's meat and a change of clothes, I crossed it in 2 hours. I am a gazelle, so swift, you can't catch me. For a birthday present when he was 3, I gave my son Hannibal an elephant. He gave me Rome for Mother's Day. My strength flows ever on. My son Noah built Newark, and I stood proudly at the helm as we sailed on a soft summer day. I turned myself into myself and was Jesus. Men intone my loving name. All praises, I am the one who would save. I sewed diamonds in my backyard. My boughs deliver uranium. The filings from my fingernails are semi-precious jewels. On a trip north, I caught a cold and blew my nose, giving oil to the Arab world. I am so hip, even my errors are correct. I sailed west to reach east and had to round off the earth as I went. The hair from my head thinned and gold was laid across 3 continents. I am so perfect, so divine, so ethereal, so surreal, I cannot be comprehended except by my permission. I mean, I can fly like a bird in the sky.
Shout out to MC Light. How you doing? That was a Blacklicious covering Nikki Giovanni's Immortal Ego Trip, read by Aaron Anova, but that's a piece created by Nikki Giovanni. A lot of you are asking to play that again. It's only 2 minutes. It's quite dope.
I was born in the Congo. I walked to the Fertile Crescent and built the Sphinx. I designed a pyramid so tough that a star that only glows every 100 years falls into the center, giving divine, perfect light. I am bad. I sat on the throne drinking nectar with Allah. I got hot and sent an ice age to Europe to cool my thirst. My oldest daughter is Nefertiti. The tears from my birth pains created the Nile. I am a beautiful woman.
I gazed on the forest and burned out the Sahara Desert. With a packet of goat's meat and a change of clothes, I crossed it in 2 hours. I'm a gazelle, so swift, you can't catch me. For a birthday present when he was 3, I gave my son Hannibal an elephant. He gave me Rome for Mother's Day. My strength flows ever on. My son Noah built New Ark, and I stood proudly at the helm as we sailed on a soft summer day. I turned myself into myself and was Jesus. Men intone my loving name. All praises, I am who would save. I sewed diamonds in my backyard. My boughs deliver uranium. The filings from my fingernails are semi-precious jewels. On a trip north, I caught a cold and blew my nose, giving oil to the Arab world. I am so hip, even my errors are correct. I sailed west to reach east and had to round off the earth as I went. The hair from my head thinned and gold was laid across 3 continents. I am so perfect, so divine, so ethereal, so surreal, I cannot be comprehended except by my permission. I mean, I can fly like a bird in the sky.
Oh.
Raphael Sadiq, what's your life like? What's your life like, y'all?
Yeah. Yeah.
How's everyone today? Where y'all from? Give me some cities, some countries, some areas. I'm in the kibbutz, New York, kibbutz.
What's life like living without a soul? What's life like
Sri Lanka.
if you living without a goal?
Rue is happy. That's his peeps.
Life like, what's life like if you don't even talk to your best friend? What's life like? What's life like? You never lend a helping hand. What's life like? What's life if like? You can't smell the road? Like? What's life like? And what's life like? If you always posing? And what's life like? If you live out of your window? What's life like? What's life like? If you never touch the world? Touch the world. What's life like? If you're never saying hi to boys and girls? What's life like? What's life like? If you living on the internet, never touching the world? What's life like? You gotta be real with yourself, 'cause you're living in a jaded world. Yeah. Oh.
What's life like from Raphael Sadiq's first solo offering, Instant Vintage. This is Rod Stewart's cover of Jimi Hendrix's Angel from 1972. Rather soulful interpretation of Angel. People often asking, like, where the roots at? Like, we're not Siamese twins, y'all. We all got families in our individual lives. Check out Black Thought's Tiny Desk performance, though. It's quite amazing.
Angel came down from heaven yesterday. Stayed with me long enough to rescue me. And she told me a story yesterday about about the sweet love between the moon and the deep blue sea. Then she spread her wings high over me. She said she's gonna come back tomorrow.
If you're just joining us, it's the Questlove Soniquarium.
Follow my sweet angel.
Just going random.
Follow through the sky.
A stew of songs I love.
Follow my sweet angel. Tomorrow I'm gonna be by your side. Fly away, highway. Fly away.
Scott Sherratt, what's up? I interviewed the Beast. Oh, I can't say that yet.
Sure enough, this morning came unto me.
Two of your clients came together, did they?
Silver wings silhouetted against your child's sunrise.
Very interesting conversation.
And my angel, she said unto me, today's the day for you to rise. Take my hand, you're gonna be my man, you're gonna rise. Then she took me high over yonder. And I said, fly, oh my sweet angel.
People keep commenting that I'll be on Sirius after this.
Roll through the sky.
I would only do radio if I had complete autonomy
Fly, oh my sweet angel.
over my selection and my method.
Ever I will be by your side. Fly, oh my sweet angel. Fly on through the sky. Fly, oh my sweet angel. Forever I will be by your side.
So, for you diehard Family Guy fans, you might know the second half of this next song. Let me put it in perspective. Probably the quintessential black group. Oh, I like this. All right, got some little background music now. Anyway, probably the quintessential metamorphosis crossover group of the 70s for black music, in my opinion, is Kool and the Gang. They had to go through many a phase just to, some say keeping up with the times, some just say evolving. Started out as straight jazz, and then morphed into soul jazz for a little bit, where a lot of like the Pete Rock samples come from. And then stage 3 for Kool and the Gang was their funk phase, which, curious enough that Manu Dibango just died, the African funkster. You know his song Soul Makossa, Mama Zay, Mama Zay, Mama Magusa, Mama Zay, Mama Zay, Mama Magusa, that Michael Jackson took that from. That song was so big in the 70s, like one of the first earlier disco songs, or the songs played in discos that, in anger, Kool and the Gang's label president was like, y'all need to make people dance more and stop this jazz stuff. And so they brought a copy of the Manu Dibango Soul Makossa song and hated it. And was like, this sounds like African jungle crap, Yes, black people were highly dismissive of their African culture before in the 70s. Like, you call somebody African in the 60s and 70s, you could get your ass whooped. That's how much we hated ourselves. Side note. Anyway, so they made fun of it and was like, this is jungle crap. So they, just to make their label satisfied, they're like, here, we threw something together in 4 minutes. And they're like, all right, what do you call this song? They're like, oh, I don't care. What is it? Jungle Boogie. And then it fucks around, becomes like one of their biggest songs ever. They were making fun of Soul Makossa doing Jungle Boogie, you know, literally like, whoa, get it, like, that's, again, African Americans were so separate from their African ancestry and culture that, you know, even we made fun of it, which, you know, is a sad commentary on self-hate. But anywho, by the mid-70s, you know, they had morphed into a disco band and had a little luck because of the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack with Open Sesame. You know, they were probably the jazziest disco band ever. And then they had kind of a dead period. I mean, after Open Sesame, they couldn't give it away. And so they figured, okay, we have to get a musician, get a singer. And so James Taylor, not that James Taylor, but the other James J.T. Taylor, the black version, they acquired him in 1979. There's a really interesting story of how the song Celebration got made. I kind of want to save that story for Questlove Supreme. But it involves both. If it weren't for Prince and Michael Jackson, Celebration would have never got made. Literally. I want to give it damn it. I'm going to wait. Anywho, my whole point was that, you know, every 3 years, Kool and the Gang had to morph from a jazz band to a soul jazz band to a disco band to getting a lead singer and then making pop music. So, you know, when you speak to Kool and the Gang experts, they'll often, you know, say like, man, we hated Joanna. Look, I was 12 when Joanna came out. I wasn't mad at Joanna. I wasn't one of those they sold out or whatever. I mean, you had to survive in the 80s. And so I told that big ass Kool and the Gang story just to go to another group. Another group that had to morph that way was the Pointer Sisters. They kind of started off with this kitschy, kind of gimmicky Andrew Sisters 40s approach. So if you look at early Pointer Sisters clips from the 70s, they were dressed like from the 1940s, doing fast bopping jazz, which is weird enough because they won their first Grammy with a country cover of all things. And then they kind of went to kind of a pop phase in the 80s. So, you know, a lot of people know them for Jump and I'm So Excited and Neutron Dance and all that stuff. But this song, Steam Heat, is, you know, one of their many great songs from their jazz period. So this is the Pointer Sisters after that long half-hour story, Steam Heat. Again, if you're a Family Guy fan, you'll recognize the Steam Heat song because, anyway, here it is, the Pointer Sisters on Questlove's Soniquarium.
Wonderful KOM.
When we were kids in Oakland, sitting on our daddy's knee.
Shout out to Oakland.
In the summer we would swelter, in the winter we would freeze. When we wake up in the morning, we could always see our breath.
If there hadn't been so many of us, we'd have froze to death.
Then we got a flat on Franklin Street with garbage in the yard,
and the floor was kinda shaky,
And the times was kinda hard.
And I always will remember how how we spent our Friday nights, sitting huddled around the radiator, banging on the pipes.
Yes, we always do remember how we spent our Friday nights, sitting huddled around the radiator, banging on the pipes.
Now we live in a new house.
Got a bedroom of my own
And an automatic thermostat. You sat and let alone.
Now there's just one little problem about turning on the gas. There's a 55-page waiting list and we're the very last.
Now there's just one little problem about turning on the gas. There's a 55-page waiting list and we're the very last.
So we gather round the fireplace.
We huddle in a pack.
When we finally get the front side warm,
We turn and wander back.
All right, I'm curious. Kunuka, I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah, give me, what's your reason for hated it? No, I'm gonna continue the song, but I don't want people just to type for the sake of typing. Like, what don't you appreciate about it? Just don't give me hated it. All right, back to our song.
when we sit around remembering the steam heat that we had, that noisy leaky radiator doesn't seem so bad.
When we sit around remembering the steam that we had, that noisy leaky radiator doesn't seem so bad.
Well, y'all gonna have to get on out of here, man. Go dance somewhere else. I'm trying to educate motherfuckers.
Steam heat, I got steam heat, I got steam heat, but I need your love to keep away the cold. I got steam heat, I got steam heat, I got steam.
Just because it's by black people doesn't mean it has to have soul. They're black, It's like you don't have to show a black card any further.
Water bottle, but nothing I gotta take the place of you.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying for you to say that is also to dismiss like the Mills Brothers and other groups that came before with this tradition of music.
To shovel more coal in the boiler. They told me to shovel more coal in the boiler. That don't do no good. They told me to pour some more oil in the burner. They told me to pour some more oil in the burner. They told me to pour some more oil in the burner. That don't do no good.
Coal in the boiler?
No good.
Oil in the burner?
No good.
No? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, people. Get hot.
They told me to shovel more coal in the boiler. They told me to shovel more coal in the boiler. They told me to shovel more coal in the boiler. That don't do no good. They told me to pour some more oil in the burner. They told me to pour some more oil in the burner. They told me to pour some more oil in the burner. That don't do no good. The radiator kicks in still. I need your kisses. Keep me from freezing each night. I got a hot water bottle. There's nothing I gotta take the place of you. Hold me tight. I got a shovel more coal in the boiler. I got a shovel more coal in the boiler. I got a shovel more coal in the boiler. That don't do no good. I gotta pour some more oil in the boiler. I gotta pour some more oil in the boiler. I gotta pour some more oil in the boiler. That don't do no good. They told me to shovel more coal in the boiler. They told me to pour some more oil.
Welcome back, Instagram.
When we sit around remembering the heat that we had.
It's Questlove's
Leaky radiator.
Soniquarium. right. It's from Thundercat. This do-rag song is crazy, bro. Video's out of it. He's out of his mind. Love this shit.
I feel kind of fly standing next to you. Baby girl, how do I look in my do-rag? Would you tell me the truth? Stay with me and love me through the night. Endlessly, I'ma keep on all my chains when I'm making love to you. Hold me close and let me squeeze you tight through the night. But baby girl, how do I look in my do-rag? Would you tell me the truth? Do you like my do-it? Watch me go zoom, zoom. Baby girl, how do I look in my do-rag? Would you tell me the truth? Stay with me and love me through the night.
Jen Esposito, hello.
I just wanna know how you feel. Tell me, am I doing it right? I may be covered in cat hair, but I still smell good. Baby, let me know, how do I like in my do-rag?
There's your Carmelati, what's up?
Don't bother me, let me rock you all night long. I'm trying to impress you, girl. Let me know, how do I look in my do-rag?
Hey, Kat, I love this record, by the way.
Let me love you.
Night this came out,
I've been before.
Kat hit me up at like 4 in the morning. Yo, what you think? What you think? I was like, hello?
You don't have to like my video games or my comic books, but baby girl, how do I look in my do-rag? Did I tie it right? Did you wear that dress just for me? Cause I'm trying to smash, baby girl, I'm smashing my do-rag. Cause it's only right. Do you like the way my ice drips?
Sasha Dobson, what's up?
Baby girl, do you like me in my do-rag?
Danita Camille, hello.
Would you let me know? Let me know, girl. Let's make love until we fall asleep. I like the way you feel next to me. Baby, you look so good in this moonlight. Stay with me and love me through the night. Baby, let's make love, make love, make love, make love.
See you later.
Cosmo, what's up?
I'm feeling happy inside. I got no reason to hide. I'm a dream girl. I'm never stressing my bills. Nobody ever gets killed. It's the dream world. My mama's never on call.
Porn, is that you?
This isn't my way.
Ah, I hate Porn. You gotta change your name, bruh. Porn DM. I'm sorry. What's up, Greg? How you doing, bruh? We played you last night. I was wondering where you been.
I'm feeling happy inside. I got no reason to hide. I'm a dream girl. I'm never stressing my bills. Nobody ever gets killed. It's the dream world. My mama's never on call. This isn't
Lucius. One of my favorite records from 2 years ago. Weird Enough.
Messing around, he's always holding it down. He's my dream.
Album's called Isolation.
We bought a house in the clouds so we can only look down. It's the dream world, dream world, dream world. Don't have a worry or care, except to pick what to wear. Why isn't everyone here?
I've always been hip pro. I don't know what that means, but
Everything is just wonderful here in my dreams, here in my dreams. Every day
I'm not here for anyone's stereotypes.
when you're living inside your dreams, why would anyone stay awake after being so sound asleep? Everything is just wonderful in my dreams.
Hope Wilson, hello.
The moments we are happiest, happiest are the moments that we don't exist, don't exist, don't exist.
Everything is just wonderful here in my dreams, here in my dreams. Every day is a holiday when you're living
By the way,
out your dreams. Why would anyone
you can go to Roots YouTube page,
being so
hear this in supreme quality for your Bluetooth speakers.
full in my dreams?
Go to Twitch
Everything is just wonderful
if you only survive on Twitter, Periscope,
in my dreams. Every day is a holiday
or Instagram.
when you're living inside your dreams. Why would anyone stay awake after being so sound asleep? Everything is just wonderful in my dreams. Wonderful in my dreams. Wonderful in my dreams. Wonderful in my dreams.
This is Madison Taylor and Javon's daddy, Bobby McFerrin.
Living in the middle, you're like somebody losing on the hill. You just got to figure out a way to go. Instead of moving on ahead, where you come along with the fashion.
John Hendricks.
How exciting, such a lush poetic sight. Full of lots of lovely desert with a rare exotic mystery night. How you gonna beat it for a lovely night? Fell to the chant of the noising. I wanna breathe on the clothes of here's your regular occurrence. Get off with the camel's back, put your antenna, play your mat down, ready to dream of what you like me while you're quietly sleeping soundly.
This is Bob McFerrin, the Manhattan Transfer, and John Hendricks from Lambert's, Hendricks, and Ross. John Hendricks is also the king of vocalese. Vocalese is when a jazz singer adds lyrics to a pre-existing song. Sorry.
Cause I feel like a girl with a fetish crush. And I know you got to get your hustle on. So go, baby, don't be long. So go, baby, don't be long. Go, baby, don't be long. Hey, so go, baby, don't be long. I can't wait.
This song specifically showed me the power of the internet, specifically social media and how fast it was. It was like 10 p.m. back in 2009, I think. Erica calls me on the phone. Amir, help. I said, what? Do you know Paul McCartney? I said, not like I have his phone number, but I don't know, what's up? It's like, I forgot to clear a sample and I got to turn the record in tonight. Like literally, the record had to go off to be on schedule. The record had to go off by midnight to whatever pressing plant was going to, print up the record. She forgot to clear a sample. So, in some sort of like Hail Mary, 6 seconds left. Like, think a New York Giants fans. I hate to bring this up to you, but no, actually, New York won. I forgot, right? I was there. I gotta remember the game. It was in Arizona. The Giants versus the Patriots, I think. Everyone thought the Patriots had it in the bag. People started leaving the stadium. Someone told me, nah, just sit and wait. It was me by my lonesome with 1 minute left in the game. Hail Mary pass. Anywho, I put a tweet out. I said, yo, Erykah Badu needs some help. Anybody out there know Paul McCartney? Just like nothing and any result would come of it. I went to sleep. Lenny Kravitz. No, I went to sleep. Next morning I woke up and I saw a text from Erica. Thank you so much. I was like, what happened? I looked on Twitter. And Lenny Kravitz saw my tweet. He hit up Stella McCartney, who's a massive Erykah Badu fan. And Stella's like, I'll call Daddy. She called her dad. He cleared the sample. Blammo. That's the power of social media.
Selector.
Now I'm playing that song. Damn, this could have been Liquid Swords for the Jizza. What's up, Lenny?
Ooh, baby, you couldn't have done a worse thing to me. If you'd have taken an arrow and run it right through me. Ooh, baby, a bird in the hand is worth two flying. When it came to love, I knew you'd be lying. It could have been a final flame, would have been a major attraction with no other thing, offering a note of distraction. than a finer flame, flying in a brighter direction with no other thing, featuring but love and affection. Come on, get up, get on.
Weird enough, it's the only Wings album you can't get on iTunes anymore. It's called Back to the Egg.
I'm
mean, it's streaming. You just joining us. This is Questlove's Soniquarium. I'm just going random, y'all.
Raise up the cost. Right now the price is right for the ass. In a minute, them niggas. Just listen to the boss. Don't make this nigga just raise. Just listen. Just listen to the boss. Don't make this nigga just raise up the cost. Right now the price is right for the ass.
What's up, Detroit? Slum Village.
Listen to the boss. Don't make this nigga just raise up the cost. Right now the price is right for the ass. In a minute, them niggas won't settle for less. Taking no shores, cause niggas is on the way, making $1 million in a day. We the boys supreme in this bitch. Act like you heard, cause this nigga 3 just come up with the word for that ass for them niggas to blast.
Yeah, you can rock, yo, you must start your thought. When I've been so to looking for, hey, says, done up, okay, we blowing up. So take a couple seconds just to notice guys, sit up. So you should listen to this shit, transition. We finna take it. You walk, yo, you must start, that's what you bitch, you hold me down. I mean that shit that when niggas needed it. I mean legit, told me to proceed when a nigga feeling that he need to quit. That for niggas sevens, yeah, you seven this. So every time we thank you anyway, the slum a hit. Thanks for the assist. It was all pro, all go, although it didn't happen almost.
Elzai, guy from the inner city limits. Used to revolve the world around pretty women. Didn't go to school, sheets that I wrote on proved that it was a love for the writing lines. I jotted my life and getting high and brain dangled in the sky like an hyphen over words like it wasn't me. Moms that was buzzing, blunt cover my eye whitening. This is my life and playing siphon. Filter with a sister, throw a rubber on twice and then I enter. Or just hanging with my niggas, calling women hoes. Wanted Trini clothes, being richer in a space and time that they call past. Back then I seen the forecast. My future was looking bright when it poured bad being. An immature human being was the score to my screening. Now my picture's worth more, full of meaning.
I know you want me, and you probably want me some more. And I know you got me. There's no matter whatever you want. And I know you want me, and you probably want me some more. And I know you got me. There's no matter whatever you are. You may think that you want me now. You want me later on. You say you want me. You say you want me.
Dwelle.
You may think that you want me now. You want me later on. You may say that you want me. Say you
now
want
when you feeling uptight, picture the slide in your face in a game of the snakes and fish. It'll make you catch up a case. When I'm done with the mic, I'm gone. Never a trace is left in my space. I stood my ground, holding it down. For the folks who couldn't believe that I would achieve these goals, ambition. Niggas knew they was wishing I died and fell off a cliff. All we ever wanted was peace on earth. But birth was a curse in the eyes of the ones who sold us the guns and the lies. As time flies, I'm coasting, paying tribute and toasting to the Most High. The star in your eye, my people, let's fly.
Okay, so that was Slum Village. Dwelle. Star. All right, so this is a crew. This next joint is from 1984. Make sure I'm pronouncing it right. This band from Ethiopia. The name of the song is Anchi Ballet Game. Anchi Ballet Game. That's the name of the song. The name of the group, however, is called Admas. A-D-M-A-S. Timeless music from Ethiopia, 1984. This record in Portland when you took me to that spot. The spot with like 100,000, 100 billion records. It was on the shelf. Only $20. Ethiopia, Admas, A-D-M-A-S, Admas. Name of the song, Anchi Bale, B-A-L-E, Game. Based on the album cover, if they're like Ethiopian craft work with regular clothes on. Fixed providers in the chat. Rev, Ryan from Portland, Gene Brown from Atlanta. Okay. I'm in a pickle right here. Because I really want to play the album version of Gino Vanelli's title track from his 1974 record, Powerful People. However, the live version that he did on Soul Train is even better. Now, of course, you know, the album version's more superior sounding. But the part of the song that caught me, that made me want to sample it, is the Soul Train version. All right, I'll play the Soul Train version. Vanelli's often credited as the first white artist on Soul Train. Not true. Actually, Dennis Coffey was technically the first white artist on Soul Train, but on a technicality, Gino Vanelli was the first white singer on Soul Train. And although I don't consider him to be prog rock, I mean, his music's proggish. Like if there's 3 or more changes in your song, then you're kind of proggy. Prog rock, people call it art rock, you know, where it's not just traditional ahead pop music. Like there's a lot of changes in it. It's prog rock to me is almost like if jazz and rock kind of had an affair. Like the early Chicago records were like that, even though they are not considered prog rock. Same for Blood, Sweat, and Tears. But there, you know, there's groups like Gentle Giant, early Yes went through that. I might play some Gentle Giant just to let y'all know. Anyway, I'm gonna play the live version of this joint. Questlove, Soniquarium. Sounds like TV, but I still gotta. He's killing it.
Look at the powerful people stealing the sun from the dead. Wish I could do something about it when all I can do is to pray. Oh, it's a lonely afternoon with nowhere to go but my room. Oh, and Sunday when there's time, I think of these things on my mind, and I don't know where will I go. People, 'cause they're draining the salt from the sea. Wish I could just stand up and shout it. Why can't that goodness be? Oh, it's a lonely afternoon with nowhere to go but my room.
All right, when I heard this part coming up,
think of these things
right here. Ooh, I wanted to loop the.
Well, I'm sure.
I'd slow it down, however. That's where I would loop it to. All right, back to the album version. See, out of nowhere.
Turn on some lights and see this garbage can.
Proggy.
And time is the essence if we plan to stay. Death is its
I believe Vanelli's from Montreal. A&M Records, quality singer. The first white singer on Soul Train, 74. It's called Powerful People. Sorry, I love looping. Forgive me. Okay, I'll stop. gotta play one more Gino Vanelli.
There's no time.
You Ghostface fans, you MF Doom fans.
Eyes and I'm blind, and I don't care. Where is my prayer?
Oh, I gotta loop that again. That's the loop. You Ghostface, MF Doom fan. Gino Vanelli, man. Anything can be hip hop. This is so long. Yo, picking up his rock blog. You're hilarious. He said this is like walking in Sam Goody's in 1977. This is exactly the guy I'm trying to be. Every record experience I ever had, shopping for records. Always the cool guy that knew what you didn't know. That's the guy I want to be. And not that I want to know something that you don't know, like a humble brag. I just want to play it in the store. That's it, bro. This is Questlove's record store. That's it. actually used to work at Sam Goody's back in like '89. Gino Vanelli, Appaloosa. Hey, Colin Hanks, if you are there, make yourself known. I got a question for you. You got to watch Colin Hanks' Tower Records documentary. He let me in on a secret. I'm waiting for it to manifest. All right, so before I take the filter off, quick history. Legendary funketeer Bootsy Collins starts off James Brown's band. But James Brown is like, 25 years his senior, so he's more like a dad than like a peer. Bootsy's like 18 years old, doing what 18-year-olds do in the 60s. So, of course, his tenure in Brown's band didn't last long. So him and his brother decided to go to Detroit. They ran into one George Clinton and tried to see if they could make something happen between Bootsy's band and with George Clinton's clever songwriting skills. Anywho, one day when messing around in the studio, I would at least like to think that most of you know that speaking voice of Bootsy Collins, oh yeah, baby mama, is not his actual speaking voice. If you listen, if you have Pandora, you can hear his archive interview in his regular voice, occasionally breaking out into character. Anyway, so one day, Bootsy was just messing around imitating Jimi Hendrix's talking voice. Because Jimi Hendrix was like this, and And George Clinton was like, "Yo, talk like that forever. That's you." George Clinton was like, Parliament Funkadelic is selling a very heavy, somewhat Afrofuturist narrative that was a little bit too hard to digest for regular America. And so he figured out a way to make the medicine go down easy so that, people wouldn't know what they were getting with these strong black messages about black people. So he figured, if we're cartoons, then people will be able to process that easier than just thinking we're a bunch of weirdo freaks. Because, before the theatrics and the costumes, Funkadelic was rather scary, Anyway, so are we still in there? Okay, cool. So on 1974's Let's Take It to the Stage, Bootsy Collins is born. And he starts talking like this, oh baby. So, before this, he was just talking in his regular voice and really didn't have a personality. But once he started talking like Jimi Hendrix, Clinton was like, yo, this is your character from now on. You're going to look like a star, wear these glasses, and just talk like this forever. Anyway, this is Be My Beach. Beach.
Hello, beach. I suppose you know this is Post Crazio's calling long distance baby. Hello, beach. I suppose you know this is Post Crazio's calling long distance baby. I just like to be a bridge in the troubled waters. Dig while I smoke on it.
sheep, I'll count the moments. Come Saturday night, when all but the moon is fast asleep, I'll watch the sunrise.
Whip into your eyes.
She likes to come on much too strong.
Think that she's the only freak been born.
As a matter of fact, she's not the only sand at the beach. But to be exact,
There's a whole lot of beaches.
Come on, be my beach. Oh, I just like to say, I just feel so good just being able to talk to you for a while. Maybe you remember the last time we was together. Oh, how you rubbed me on my head. And, oh, baby, it felt so good. Oh, you made me want to say, oh, baby.
come 4th of July, when all the vultures wait in line, I'll wait in limbo.
To lay up on your butt.
Come 4th of July, when all the vultures wait in line to cop the suntan.
On your butt.
She likes to come on much too strong.
Think that she's the only freak been born.
She's not the only sand at the beach. But to be exact,
There's a whole lot of beaches.
Mama, be my beach.
Sermano.
What's in the sand, beach?
I used to always think that was Walter Williams from the OJ's too.
Of clover or something. And maybe a few octopuses.
Hey, I think I see Rex in the comments.
I'm walking over your board.
Rex, I'm gonna send one out. I'm gonna send one out to your father, but filtered through Dwelle. Dwelle did a cover of your father's immortal classic, "Can We Still Be Friends?" Ty Rundgren, of course. Yeah, I wish he would release this. It's like one of his many hidden gems. Anyway, Ty Rundgren, the zaniest songwriter, just God.
I know I found a lover. I found a lover. I found you. Things was beautiful and I never asked to meet your girl. Now I'm label player, girl of girlfriend saver. Through all this we've been through, can we still be friends? I found a lover in you. Can we still be friends? I never meant to hurt you. Can we still be friends? Yeah. Don't think less of my virtues. Can we still be friends? Who'd have thought that our thoughts have love? Now I am guilty of failing the test of love.
Is Rex still there?
And now I'm labeled player, girl of girlfriend saver. Makes me want to sing la 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 la. Can we still be friends? I found a lover in you. Can we still be friends? I never meant to hurt you. Can we still be friends? Don't think less of my virtues. Can we
He was in the comments a second ago.
I'll never
Philly was so ahead of his time, man. It's damn near 20 years ago. It's kind of his flip of Ty Rundgren's Can We Still Be Friends? All right, since Todd is a fellow Philadelphian, I'm gonna play one of my favorite joints when I was a kid. Like Todd's music, I mean, he has the ability to write like straight ahead pop joints, and all right, hang on, I gotta refresh Instagram. Damn it. And we're back. Anyway, as I was saying that as a songwriter, you know, Todd had straight ahead classics. But he's also like a tech guy. Many people don't even know, like in the 80s, like between Todd Rundgren and the members of 10cc, if you look up a group called Godly and Cream, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the 10cc guys, you guys would know 10cc because Dilla sampled their Working on It for the Donuts record. But I believe one of them had worked on the technology that allowed for it. You remember the video from Aha called Take On Me? Like, they were big on video technology. One of their best videos is a song called Cry. So if you look up Godly and Cream, look up a song called Cry. Came out in 1984, but very, very progressive for videos back in the day. Anyway, I'm going to play a Todd Rundgren classic. The song is called Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is basically if sound effects could be a word, like blam or blast or whoosh or whatever. So mind you, this is 1972. So when he's naming these words at rapid speed, he's also giving you the sound effect. So just know that this type of song was hard as hell to make back in 1972. It's very quick, so I might have to play it twice. This is Onomatopoeia by Todd Rundgren on the best station on social media.
Wonderful KOM.
Every time I see ya, my senses tell me hub, and I just can't disagree. I got a feeling in my heart that I can't describe. It's sort of love, a sound in my head that I can't describe. It's sort of zoom, zip, hiccup, drip, ding, dong, crunch, crack, bark, meow, whinny, quack.
It's also a pun. I'm about to pee every time I see you.
In proximity, rearrange my brain in a strange cacophony. I get a feeling somewhere that I can't describe. It's sort of a sound in my head that I can't describe. It's sort of whack, whir, wheeze, whine, sputter, splat, squirt, scrape, clink, clank, clunk, clatter, crash, bang, beep, buzz, ring, rip, roar, retch, twang, toot, tingle, thud, pop, flop, plunk, pow, snort, snuck, sniff, smack, screech, splash, squish, squeak, jingle, rattle, squeal, boing, honk, hoot, hack, belch. Yeah.
Do you know the amount of cutting and pasting he had to physically do to get those sound effects right? Again, 1972, meaning that there's no turntables to scratch this in. There's no Pro Tools. He literally would have to get a sound effects record, put it on either half-inch tape or quarter-inch tape, cut it, edit it, and put it in perfectly for timing. So, wow, hats off to a genius. I don't even got to play it twice. I mean, just look him up. I play cool stuff. Y'all can Shazam it. You live with it. I don't know what to play next. I won't think about it. Yeah, let me give a shout out to another zany dude. Bus driver does not get enough credit. He does not get enough credit. One of the smartest dudes I know, man.
I'm just here to hold your hand when you die and to show you around imaginary places. Put the muddy lumps in my bloody stump, and it will have a smile that's a perfect circle. Die in your sleep with the sky at your feet. I'll treat you when you're happy on it, then you will find peace. How did you do it? I don't know. I'm okay. Every person I know is a secret story agent. Cause I'm accused of lewd conduct. Stole the heart to rape her prom side, and I got a woman for my arrest and put me in a little bit of funny farm. Cause I'm what I did, but I'm just here to hold your hand when you die. There was not a single person who could do it better. No need to skip it in my ecosystem. But in the audience, me being a Christian, ain't you know how I hate him so. But it charged me for a halo. But I'm in a scavenger hunt for a lab with a chunk of the sky, river, I will place it with a mud pie. I dead songs on the silk screen. By my shirt, it is a kill dream. It is not to lead away to the stairwell to a God's administrative of a center for the farewell. I'm just here to hold your hand when you die. And to give you a assault rifle up an clip. Glow in the dark when I stroll in the park. Giving everybody informative pamphlets. No sign of life for as far as I can see. Everybody just charged me to bend the car seat. Each should have died to the secret spy. Cause I have the funny feeling that I'm being watched. When you thought I was surveillance, money or power or helmets. But it's a medical supply. City shipping in the hand when niggas way too much. Cause I'm from the other one. I'm just here to hold your hand when you die. It's like up with a cough trapper right up on your soft spot. Make Martian clothes out of your garden hills. Turn into a dead gas blown to the air duct. She's not in love, but I thought that she was. She doesn't love me cause I don't have the right haircut. I misunderstood. I just fixed understood. But I will not apologize for anything that I said. My name is Mr. Bus Driver. This is the producer Paris. We did not embarrass to admit it. We were perfect in a bit of our own imaginary place. Kids, if you want to piss off your parents, show interest in the arts. Off your parents, buy real estate in an imaginary place. Oh yes. Okay, alright, yeah. Whoa.
I'm slowing this down so y'all can catch the fact that his DJ is doing. All right, for any people that had to take classical music back in high school, I'm one of those people. I know this is a Bach song. I'm looking it up so I can have my information right. Yeah, Minuet Batterine. I forget the title. Minuet Batterine Orchestral Suite in B minor. I had to play this like. Yeah, it's like required in high school to know this. So, once again, just listen to how precise the DJ is with catching every rhythm. I'm slowing it down so you hear it.
Shout-outs now. Peace too. I'm just here to hold your hand when you die. Purpose and dedicate will also be there too. Just here to hold your hand when you die.
If Chappelle were MC.
You just here to hold your hand when you die. There's a fellowship and abstract rule will help you. I'm just here to hold your hand when you die. To the Minute Empire Hip Hop Clan too. I'm just here to hold your hand to die. I'm just here to hold your hand when you. I'm just here to hold your hand.
kind of excited by DJ Premier versus the RZA. So in tribute, that was Bus Driver, Imaginary Places, Dangerous MC. All right, I'm playing this Marlena Shaw song, and just for DJ Premier, who's gonna go up against the RZA on Saturday. This was a Gangstar sample. More importantly, on drums, Maurice White from Earth, Wind & Fire.
Like a sound you hear that lingers in your ear, but you can't forget from sundown to sunset. Nah. It's all in the air, you hear it everywhere. No matter what you do, it's gonna grab a hold on you. California soul, California soul. You see the sun comes up every morning, and if you listen, oh, so carefully, the winds that ride on the high tide whistles a melody. So the people started to sing, and that's how the surf gave birth, I'm told, to California soul. California soul.
Oh, whoa, that Beastie Boys interview's on right now?
You hear the beat, you wanna pat your feet, and you got to move.
Say what?
It's really such a groove now.
Oh, wait, tonight's Thursday? Yo, man.
It's a brand new kind.
I thought it was Monday.
You can't go wrong, cause you're grooving.
Early, I was going to be like, yo, the day I interviewed the Beastie Boys on the Tonight Show, but then I was like, wait, that's Thursday. I can't say that yet. I have not looked at a clock or, wow. It's 2 days. It's Monday. Wait a minute, tomorrow's the weekend.
But it didn't seem come
I'm going to change my drawers.
until they saw two lovers kissing. Oh, sure, they knew just what was.
Yes, I do sleep. Plug one. What's up, brother? I believe tomorrow the Beastie Boys movie, their documentary, the movie version of their book comes out tomorrow. Mongo DeBango, here we go. Rest in peace. Boys doc, midnight on Apple TV. It's basically Spike Jonze directing a 2-hour oral history of the Beastie Boys between Mike D and Ad Rock on stage. We talked mad long for like an hour. I know this segment's only going to be like 18 minutes. But the one thing I told them, the one thing I hate is how those two always downplay Paul's Boutique. Like they always speak on it like it's a downer. It flopped. We were at our bottom. That album is a masterpiece. And I told them to own that. Own that. You know what? Okay, real quick. There's a song that the Commodores did in 1979 called 12:01 a.m. It was 12:01 a.m. when they did it, and the song had to be a minute long so that the cassette of that album could have even length. So, you know, it's just funny to me. Lionel Richie's hilarious.
Oh my!
It's just a minute to take up space. That's how it ends. All he wanted to do was they just needed a song for a minute.
Bis, eu quero bis, jamais cansei de ser feliz.
Arthur Verocai.
Mas eu quero mais.
Brasil.
Tuas canções que a gente faz. Matinê com cafuné, amendoim, pipoca e picolé. O teu abraço, manso de mulher, eu acho muito pouco. Quero mais ter estrelas no chalé, buquê de rosas, doce canapé e aquele beijo quente de café. Me traz de novo. Bis, adoro bis. Jamais cansei de ser feliz. Outra vez mais, eu quero mais. Feito as canções que a gente faz.
In case you're just joining us, this is now Questlove's record store. Record store. I'm gonna spell it like Prince does. W-R-E-C-K-A Stow S-T-O-W. Hey, Reverend Shines, Ryan, you there?
Matinê com cafuné, amendoim, pipoca e picolé. O teu abraço manso de mulher, eu acho muito pouco. Quero mais ter estrelas no chalé, buquê de rosa, doce canapé e aquele beijo quente de café. Me traz de novo.
Gene Brown, you there?
Que a gente faz. Vamos começar a beber de chocolate e esse nem
I'll say next to the Sugar Man record,
cuidado por você. Eu acho muito
an original Arthur Verocai.
prazer. Eu quero em dobro se puder viver
That joint goes for about $2,000, man.
tudo de novo.
The original present. I passed. Reissue only. Rev Shines, I was about to say, how much does Arthur Verocai album go for nowadays? Hands down, like at least 500, right? All right, I'm gonna play another Brazilian joint. Na Coricia. I'm butchering the language. Forgive me. Cariosa. Na Cariosa. It's by Ete Bere Orchestra Familia. I'm trying not to butcher the language, but the song is so ill. Phew, man, check it. Wait, time out. Wait, we'll put the song back on. Yeah, I got that Arthur Verocai reissue for like normal, like, you know, like it was like $18 or something at Amoeba. But I swear that I saw a listing for that Arthur Verocai record for like a couple $1,000. Someone's saying $5,000. Whatever it was, I knew it was the most expensive record I ever encountered, and even I didn't buy it. Like, it was more expensive. It was cheaper for me to get the original Beatles Bloody Smock album cover than this joint. The song's called Na Coricio, N-A. Damn it! Shazam it, y'all, please. Iti Bere Orchestra Familia Na Coriso. found this record. One time Fontigolo was like, the best DJ set he ever saw. He saw a DJ play a Return to Forever song. And I was like, oh yeah, wait till you get a load of me. I haven't made nobody dance to this yet, but one day I'm gonna play this in the club and watch people just spontaneously combust. DJ Active, what's up, brother? Ben Badgley, what's up, brother? Jen Kellogg, hello. Is this a DX7 solo? That's how dope this song is. The worst keyboard patch of all this. Yo, this DX7 patch is the Comic Sans fonts of patches. Yeah, I said it. And I quote, Questlove said, the Yamaha DX7 patch. That's the Comic Sans patch of fonts or whatever. There you go, Pim. What's up, brother? I shouldn't be laughing at my own joke, but come on. You know that was funny. Some Habibi Funk by Kamal Kalia. It's called Al Asfir.
ليه ليه ليه.
Come on, Kayla.
نجيك بالسكة وليه تروح بسكة زي العصفور في الراد تتكى ليه ليه ليه. ندوب في الجو زي العصافير زي العصافير نتمنى نطير. ندوب في الجو زي العصافير زي العصافير نتمنى نطير. نواصل زول اللي لسه صغير نقول له تاني يا ابو خد يا حرير. جانا قريب قريب لينا الحظ يا ناس بيدينا. ليه 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 يا انت ما بنت ليه 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 يا انت ما بنت ليه.
Tina Ferris, hello.
نصبنا شاركنا يقيد ياسمين فضلنا
How's that garden growing?
منتظرين. نصبنا شاركنا يقيد ياسمين فضلنا نعاين نعاين ومنتظرين. نزلوا العصافير اتنين اتنين معاهم ست كل الحلوين. شمال ياسمين عايلينا وفجأة طار من ايدينا. ليه 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 يا انت ما بنت ليه 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 يا انت ما بنت ليه.
This is Questlove's record Stove. Shout out to Pim Basley for sending all these people to YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Instagram. We traveling all the way around the world now. We're going to New Orleans right now, to the Dixie Cups, two-way Packaway. Anyone here from New Orleans? New Orleans. I see Packaway often used in the language. What is a Packaway?
Big G, Freddy.
Okay, that was the Dixie Cups, Two-Way Pockaway, New Orleans. If you remember earlier when I played the Bobby McFerrin cut with Manhattan Transfer and John Hendricks, I mentioned that John Hendricks was the father of Vocalise, and I told you that, you know, Vocalise was whenever jazz songs that were instrumental got lyrics on top of them, then the person who wrote those lyrics, that's a style, Vocalise. So John Hendricks, Joe Williams, Eddie Jefferson, people world famous for adding words to existing solos. And that's the thing, like you gotta notate wherever the solo was from the original song that you took it. You got to follow that solo to a T. So the very first Grammy Award that Chaka Khan ever won as a solo artist was actually for her Vocalise turn called Bebop Medley. It's on her 1982, do we call it eponymous, Rue, when it's a self-titled record? They say eponymous. And I'm getting to no need to be Ivy League in here. Her self-titled 1982 album, Chaka Khan. This is some lyrical gymnastics that she's doing. Lyrical gymnastics is just crazy. This is Chaka Khan, Bebop Medley. A slight history. Back in 1981, she did A Night in Tunisia on her third solo record, What You Gonna Do For Me. So I guess in order to top that one, she took some Charlie Parker tunes and made a medley and put lyrics to them. And this joint is crazy. So not her first Grammy, because that was for Tell Me Something Good. But this is her first Grammy as a solo artist. This is Chaka Khan, Bebop Medley. It's her tribute to Charlie Parker. following his exact solo. No freestyling. Covering Charlie Parker. A medley of all of his joints. It's not proggy. This is jazz.
I didn't know how to say all I love you. Oh, what a price to pay. This time you'll never run away.
And ends, strange enough, with John Coltrane. Goes to Giant Steps. So I should have been clear at the top. It's Bird, it's Thelonious Monk, Dizzy Gillespie, John Coltrane. Yeah, so she won a Grammy for vocal prowess on that album, which on a commercial level really didn't do much. there was a really good cover of "Got to Be There" that I think Black Radio played for a second. There's also an underground hit. Rick James's "Slow Dancing," actually tying into the new Questlove Supreme episode with The Family Stand. If you heard me talk about my podcast, I'm sure that you know that, the Jimmy Jam 6-hour interview is probably our best moment on that podcast. However, the Family Stand interview gave me more than what I bargained for. I never use the term spilling tea, but I tell you now, there's a story in part 2 for next week where Sandra St. Victor talks about a road trip that her and Shaka Khan took to Rick James's house in Buffalo, New York, to during this period of which this album was recorded, and this podcast is Jesus. The Family Stand. Even if you never heard of the Family Stand, you should know them. I mean, they've written for so many people, worked for so many with so many people. But I've never had a guest reveal that much. Like, I thought my podcast was going to get canceled. That's how much. Like, the Quincy Jones one was too much. We were told not to ever air that. I did that because Rashida told me, please don't air that. Please don't do it. And the Chappelle one, the 4-hour Chappelle one, is, again, it's too hot for TV. So this is the most lethal episode I've ever released of a podcast, where people just talking mad shit, but dropping mad knowledge too. It's not just talking shit. All right, so we got about 20 minutes left. Let me see if I got some treats. You know what? I got some treats. There's this musician from the Midwest. All I have is Roger. Not Roger Troutman either, just Roger. I don't even know the name of the song, but hope y'all enjoy it. Shit. Cassius is on here? Wow. I'm sorry. I just, not even a starstruck pure respect moment, but all due respect to Cassius being on here. All right. The unknown guy named Roger. Hope you guys enjoy it.
This is a new song. Probably won't be out for another year or 6.
Moses Sumney?
You want to clap your hands. Everybody. want to. All the critics love you in New York. Have to keep the beat. They'll still think it's New York. One.
Hey Mia. Like a virtual DJ.
New York.
Did y'all do it yet?
They want to. All the critics love you in New York. You can cut off all your hair. I don't think they care in New York. One. All the critics love you in New York. Wait a minute. And say they want to. Lisa. Dance if you want to. Dance if you want to. Three. Look out, all you hippies, you ain't as sharp as me. It ain't about the tripping, but the sexuality. Dance if you want to. Three. Wait a minute, Dale. Doc, you want some? Want a little bit? Go and get some. I need a drink. I need a drink. Can anybody get one up here? Like, oh, I don't know. Oh, here's one. Dr. Fink, give him some. Did you get your drink? Did you? Yeah. You wanna play some? Yeah. Y'all want Dez to play a little bit? Let him out of his cage!
His guitar's out of tune. He's half a chord up.
As they want to. All the critics love you in New York. Don't have to keep the beat. They'll still think it's neat in New York. One. All the critics love you in New York. It's time for new direction. It's time for jazz to die. 4th day of November, we need a purple high. We're certain of it, he's definitely masturbating.
Des Dickerson, guitar. Dr. Fink, keyboards. Andre Simone. No, Brown Mark, bass. Lisa Coleman, keyboards. Bobby Z, drums. That guy called Roger on everything else. Alright, so check it, y'all. My last song. So I'm just gonna say the lineup. This is 2016. 2016. I'm on drums. Ray Angry is on keyboards. James Poyser is on keyboards. Mark Kelly is on bass. Kirk Douglas is on guitar. Tariq Trotter is on vocals. Bilal is on vocals. Kimbra is on vocals. Wendy Melvoin is on guitar. And I believe Lisa Coleman is also on keyboards. I believe so. It's like sometimes, it'll just be Wendy alone without Lisa. Anywho, this was the night before we had, if some of you remember, we were supposed to be part of this lineup for a Bowie tribute at Carnegie Hall. We do it every year for artists. We did it once for Prince. We did it at Town Hall for Bob Dylan. We did it one year when it was David Byrne. I'm trying to remember the other tributes we had, but we did not do, for some political reason that I won't get into. But, I was reckless on Twitter 4 years ago with the argument. But we at least got a dress rehearsal on tape. Good. So this is, again, The Roots, Bilal, Wendy and Lisa, Kimbra. Oh, I forgot Dee Dee Jackson. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, Dee Dee Jackson is just, he is a free jazz pianist. Like, we just let him go crazy. And if you know this David Bowie song well, you know that there's a free jazz part in the middle. So this is our rough dress rehearsal of Aladdin Sane. So, I recorded the rehearsal, so if you hear some really weird parts in there, it's like, we didn't know that this is going to be the only account of it. So, hope y'all enjoy it, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
1, 2. Selector.
I'm not absent-minded, but I ain't present though. Think I need a therapy professional. But ain't no future as far as I can see until I embrace the past and let it go. What am I headed for? What's my medical condition? Tunnel vision through the periscope. I'm crumbling like the walls of Jericho. I'm out here waiting for a miracle, circling the drain, hurting in pain. Sick of my shadow, I'm cursing my name, knowing I'm the only person to blame. Just worsens the strain. I'm worse than insane, scattered. They say the windows to my soul shattered. Now I'm feeling stoned as a gallbladder. My demons, it's me they've been gone after. I'm trapped in the net of the dog catcher.
Watching them dash away, swinging an old bouquet, sake and strings divine. take 'em away to war. Send this under street. You make it. You look like insane. Battle cries and chant just in time for sunrise. You look like insane. Motor sensational. Paris or maybe hell. Clutches a sad remain. Waits for a light and turn. You make it. You love that insane. Just in case the sunrise. You love that insane. You love that insane. You love that insane. You love
13 minutes, y'all. I forgot to mention fame, sorry.
Fame's not your brain, it's just a flame that burns your chains and keeps you in. What you like is in the limo. What you give so tomorrow. What you need you have to borrow.
Babe.
It's just his line to find your time and
River, what's up?
Is it any wonder? Too cool to fool, too cool to fool. Fame, fully feel, silly for me. You gotta get electric on ya.
Questlove on drums. Mark Kelly on bass. Kirk Douglas on guitar. Dee Dee Jackson on piano. Ray Angry on piano. Wendy Melvoin on guitar. Lisa Coleman might be on keyboards. Bilal on vocals. And Kimbra Lee, middle name Lee, Kimbra on vocals. So yeah, next day we thought we were going to sound check. Let me not shit talk, man. I'm in a new space in my life. Love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Follow my Instagram tomorrow because I'm doing something a little different this weekend. Oh, it's also midnight. We should all... Okay, it's past midnight. We should all go to Q-Tip's Instagram and wish him a happy 50 rotations around the sun. Like he's responsible for all of our vocabulary being that much deeper in music. So that's the least we could do for him, right? Wishing him a happy birthday. So yeah, this weekend, follow my IG. I promise to put up something early. I'm doing it like as an actual appearance. Like, yeah, I'll be in Chicago this weekend. I could be where I want to be. Yes, I'll be where I want to be tonight. Thank you, Brazil. I appreciate it. Tomorrow night I'll see you, Switzerland. Anyway, yeah, tomorrow. I definitely know I'm DJing at 8:00. I just don't know the other details. But I'm doing something a little different tomorrow. And don't forget, guys, please click the link in my Instagram bio for Food Hub NYC so that the children of the Food and Finance School can have sustenance and proper meals served to them because they're not in school right now, and this is how they eat. All right. See y'all tomorrow. See you this weekend. I'm going to do crazy stuff Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right. Talk to y'all. See you.